The other part of this boubou kaftan is the neck area. So we'll be working on the neck area. Remember the 2 inches we went in by on this part. This is the right side for the front, and this is the wrong side for the back. That is the wrong side of the front facing the wrong side of the back. So on the neckline, you go in by 2 inches. That's what I've marked here. And then at the end of this neck depth for the front, you go in also by 2 inches, and then you connect with a straight line like so. So you connect it with a straight line, and then you can raise this front up, raise the front up. So let me notch it so that it will indicate that that's where I want to trim for the back. Okay, so on the back, I will blend this part back to the original neckline like so. You can use your hand or use your cuff ruler if you'll be able. So just blend it in. Like so. Okay, so then I'll be cutting that off. Make sure you're cutting on the 2 inches. So I can remove the back now, so that we'll work with the front. So for the front, I'll cut this part also on that same line. I'll cut it just like that. So after this, you will join the back and the front on the shoulder measurement. Front and the back on the shoulder measurement. Front and the back on the back and the front like so. So after joining, you'll be able to get the midpoint of the. So you know, after joining, you join this way. So this side will be like this on the shoulder. This one also will be like this on the shoulder, and then you'll be able to locate the midpoint. So another thing you have to do is, remember I said you should iron the center of the front when we wanted to draft, so that you will be able to see the crease line. That is just that line that it will give you at the center. That's what I marked here. Why do we have to color? If you notice the color, one side is wider while the other side is tinier. So on this part we have the tiny, so that one is 1 inch. Okay, and then on this other part we have let's say 3 inch, right? So this color, now what I did was, I already know what I will have around the neck, so I cut. You can cut more than that to be on safer side. So after cutting that, so I cut on fold 3.5 inches, because we have 3 inch here. So by the time we sew ½ inch, it will remain 3 inch for this part. And then here you get the midpoint of this whole stripe. When you get the midpoint, you go up by 2 inch. So when I folded my own, this is the midpoint. That is from here to here. What's the midpoint? This is the midpoint, and I added 2 inch to it like this. So what I did, because this one from this middle to this side we have 1 inch rather. So I added half to it for the joining at that part. So that's 1.5. So this is what you will do. You mark from this folded edge, you mark 1.5. You can go up and mark 2 inch, mark 2.5, until you get to the 3.5 inches for the bigger part. So you try and blend it like that. So I'm not cutting this now, I'll cut that, but I just want to explain how you're going to join it, because I want to put stay on this this thing. I want it to be firm, so I want to put stay. So that is how it's going to be. So by the time I want to fix it, you will just let this start your joining. That's after you have cut. Let's say you have cut, so it will remain 1.5. So you mark from the depth of the front here, you mark ½ of an inch, half of an inch, and then you connect it. That's what I just did now. I don't know if you are seeing the marking anyway. So that's it. And then from this part, you make sure you start about 1 inch, starting on that half inch. So you place it this way, and then you sew like this, you continue to sew. I'm trying to fold in those parts you are going to trim off. So you continue to sew like this until you get to the 1.5, this part, and then you continue to join it until you get to the other half inch mark here. So it is, you stop here and trim off whatever excess that you have here. So by the time you after that, you just notch this corner. You know, when you sew half inch, that means you have half inch to this place. So you just notch it close to what you have sewn. You do the same thing here. You just notch it in like this at this corner. You just notch it in like this. You notch this one too like this, and then your collar will become something like this. To become something like this. So it will become something like this, and then this notch will help you to be able to push everything inside, and then it will now be like this. Sorry, I don't want to bore you with so much explanation, illustration, because I'll be doing all these ones off camera, so and I might not have the chance to show again. So you just sew this inside, so to give you something like this. And then for the front design, I cut a fabric also that I'll be using. So you can play anyhow, just be creative with this one. So you place it the way you want it. So I can place it this way. In that style, you know, this side is matching with the collar, something like this. And then you can design it. You can just do a slant line like this and like this, and then you have your shape like that. And that is that about this boubou. Thank you for watching.